Namaste friends, welcome to today's Yoga Bliss class. It's going to be a full body stretching routine that anybody can take part in, and you can do it any time of day. I really hope you enjoy finding this mind, body and breath connection with me. We're going to continue to breathe deeply throughout today's class with the intention of finding those blissful moments in each pose and each stretch, feeling the areas that feel good for your body. Try to make this class a little bit your own by modifying in any way that you need to and finding that bliss within yourself. This is mostly going to be a very relaxing, stress-free, anxiety-free class that's going to leave you feeling really amazing for the day ahead. We're going to focus on stretching out each different area of the body, including the legs, the hips, through the side body especially, and some lovely twists. So I hope you enjoy, and please do let me know at the end of the class what your thoughts were about today's flow. Perhaps even let me know what your favorite part of the class was and why. Let's begin. We're going to start off in a nice comfortable seated position. You can always prop your hips up onto a block or onto a pillow for extra comfort. Roll your shoulders back and down. Take the tops of your hands to your knees. We're going to just find that connection to the breath straight away. So close off your eyes. And we're going to take a really deep inhale through the nose, sending it all the way into the depths of the belly. Maybe even balloon the belly out as you inhale. And on the exhale, audible sigh out of your mouth. Keep going. Inhale. Release that stress. Release that tension. Be here in the moment. You are worthy. You deserve to feel good. And you are enough. Continue some nice deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Be here in the moment with me. Letting go of your thoughts. Letting them pass like a cloud in the sky. Continue this nice deep breath throughout today's class, perhaps even Ujjayi breath if you understand it. That soft sea breeze sound at the back of the throat. Inhale your arms to the sky, bring your hands to touch and your face to follow. Full body stretch and exhale your hands to your heart center in prayer. Take a bow. Just say to yourself, I am peaceful and I deserve bliss. And then raise your head, you can open your eyes. Let's begin. We're going to extend our legs out in a straddle split. You can always have them closer together if that's a little less accessible for your body. You can just sit up tall and maybe find a very gentle rock from side to side. If you're a little more flexible, you can come on forwards, finding that stretch as you roll forwards from side to side engaging through the toes, sending the toes up towards the sky. Knees want to point towards the sky as well, so we don't want to internally rotate the hips. We want to keep them neutral in line with the hip flexors. So just find the movement that works for you here. There's no need to go very deep. You can always add a bend to the knees. The point is to find bliss within your practice today. Pain is never an option in yoga. We want to find the edge, on the edge of pain rather than sitting in pain. And then come on up, draw your feet to meet each other in your butterfly pose, knees open. You can take your hands to the knees and press them down, or you can take grips of the big toes with your peace fingers and perhaps find that roll once again with the hips from side to side. If you're less flexible, your knees may be very lifted. That's okay. Place your hands behind your spine. Just find comfort in all of these stretches in any way that you can. Continue to roll. I'm just going to turn to the side for our next position. So you continue enjoying your butterfly stretch here. No need to move. If you want to, you can come on a little forwards and then rise. We're going to draw the knees together. Take a grip of the outside edges of your feet, and we're going to start to slide the feet forwards. And the aim here is to keep our belly pressed against the thighs, our back nice and straight, and our shoulders down. When you feel a point of stretch, stop. It doesn't matter if your knees are very bent, that's okay. Just be where you are, and on every exhale, see if you can get a little deeper. No worries if you can't. Be where you are today. This could take a few weeks to get deeper, maybe even a few months. If you can straighten all the way down and your body is ready for that, then feel free to straighten all the way down. And perhaps even rest your head down towards your shins. And slowly, wherever you are, start to bring your body up into a seated position. If you can, straighten your legs when your body is up tall, then straighten them and raise your heels off of the ground, engaging through your quads, finding a little bit of activation here in the muscles. Close your eyes, take some deep breaths. Release those heels down. Bend your right leg. Take a grip of the outside edge of the right foot and start to straighten. Take your right hand behind you for a twist. If you want to keep it bent, you can, and keep your belly a little flush against your thigh just to keep your spine nice and long. If you have the flexibility, straighten the leg and flex the feet. Finding that twist and an active stretch. Hug your belly button back wherever you are. Now slowly bend through the knee and place this right foot on the opposite side of the left leg. Finding a twist once again, draw your left arm to the right knee and twist back over towards the right. Keep tall through the spine, hug your belly button back. Drawing that knee towards your left armpit, perhaps even feeling the stretch through the glute here on the right. Release that leg. We're going to start to twist over towards the left of the mat and straighten through that back leg. You might need to heel toe your front leg forwards, coming down for a low lunge. So our right leg is forward, our back leg is behind us, our left leg is behind us. You can keep with your hands planted on the mat or take them to your knee. The choice is yours. You can also bring your arms up to the sky, look up, squeeze your glutes just ever so slightly to keep your balance. If your hands are raised, maybe even rotate the wrists in one direction and then in the other. Keep your breath nice and deep. One more deep breath here. Exhale, straighten the front leg and draw these arms alongside your leg, taking them alongside your body. Start to bend forwards, look at something that's not moving, finding that balance in an active half split pose. Hug your belly button back. Now plant your hands in your half split and we're going to start to twist towards this right knee. Bend through the right leg and open up through this left foot so that you can take a seat between your feet. Coming into our cow face pose or shoelace pose. If this is inaccessible to your body, just raise your hips up higher onto some blocks or some pillows. You can just keep your hands placed onto your front knee. Just stretching through the lower part of the body. But if you would like to go deeper, bring your left arm behind your back and draw your fingertips up behind your shoulder blades. Take the right hand up and over your head. See if you can get a grip of the fingertips. And sit up nice and tall, stretching through the hands and through the hips. Stretching through that shoulder on the left and through that tricep on the right. Breathe nice and deep. Release your hands, and those that can, maybe even lean forwards over the front of your legs. Those who can't, stay where you are just for a few more breaths. Taking 3 more breaths together in our shoelace pose, cow face pose. And then come on up and release. We're going to come back towards this right foot and come onto all fours. So we want to draw our arms, our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips, but raise this right leg to the sky. Extend. And then we're going to extend our left arm, finding some balance. Hug your belly button back. Now let's find our stretch. Bend your foot. Take a grip of the inside edge with the opposite hand. Kick up to the sky. Squeeze your glute. Almost like a half bow pose. Stretching through the shoulder. And slowly release. Bring your knee down to the ground. Inhale, drop the belly for your cat-cow. Exhale, arch. Tuck the chin in the tailbone. 3 more. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch. 1 more, drop the belly. And exhale, arch. We're going to come over onto the side. So we're going to extend our left leg out behind us and extend our right leg over towards the right. Finding a side body stretch. Draw your right arm down your right leg and your left arm up and over your ear. You can always take a grip of your head and rest your head in your palm. Tilt your chest to face towards the sky. And release. Start to sit your bum down onto the mat with your right leg extended. We're going to bend through the left knee. So we're going to take that whole sequence over to the other side. Let's take a grip of the outside edge of this left foot, finding a twist. Hug your belly button back. The knee can just stay the shin can stay parallel to the mat, keeping the leg bent. Look behind you. If you have the flexibility, you can always extend the leg nice and straight. Listen to your body and not to the ego. There's no competition. Keep your foot engaged. Close your eyes if you would like. Taking some deep breaths here. And release. Start to bend through the leg. Place that left leg over the right and plant the toes down onto the ground. Take this right arm to wrap it around the left leg. Continuing in your twist, press your belly towards that thigh, drawing that knee towards the right armpit. Breathing nice and deep in your twist. Slowly come out of your twist, and we're going to continually twist towards this right leg and coming into our low lunge. So you may just have to send the back leg behind you a little further. It's okay if the knee exceeds the ankle, that's fine. You can always place your hands either side of your foot. You can take it to your knee or bring them up to the sky for a little more of an active low lunge stretch. Raise your arms to the sky. You can look straight ahead or up towards the sky. Maybe even take a Kali Mudra, interlacing all the fingertips, but your pointer fingers face the sky. Breathe nice and deep. Squeeze the glute of this right leg. Release your hands wherever they are. We're going to raise them in front of us and start to straighten the front leg. You can untuck the back toes for extra balance. Bring your arms alongside your body as you send your chest down towards your knee. Hug your belly button back. Only go as low as you like until you feel that stretch. Finding an active half split pose. Look directly down towards the ground at something that's not moving. Now extend your arms, frame the front foot, and we're going to continue to twist towards this left leg. Coming into our cow face or shoelace pose. So we want to open the feet out and sit between those toes, between those heels. You can always engage through the feet so that your toes are facing forwards. If this is really inaccessible, remember you can always use a block to raise your hips or a pillow. Keep your hands in front of you on your knee if that feels most comfortable, or you can always find that interlace of the fingers. So we're going to take our right hand behind the spine, bring the fingertips behind the shoulder blades in between them. And the left hand comes up and over your head. Perhaps you find a grip of the fingertips. Finding some deep breaths here. Release those fingertips. And we're just going to roll our wrists out for a moment, maybe even shake them. And we're going to start to twist towards this front foot, coming into our tabletop and extending that left leg behind you. Hug your belly button back. Fingertips and hands, palms underneath your shoulders. Extend through the right wrist and extending that left leg, finding your balance. You can always stay here or bend through the foot, maybe take a grip of the inside edge of the foot and kick up to the sky, squeeze your glute. Look at something that's not moving, down directly down on the ground, maybe just beyond your fingertips. Breathe nice and deep. And slowly release. Extend that leg behind you. Take this right leg so the toes are out behind you. Coming up into a kneeling position with that left leg extended. Take your left arm down your left leg. Inhale, raise the right arm up and over your ear. Tilt your chest to face the sky. Maybe rest your head into your palm. Side body stretch. And release, coming back onto all fours. Hips stack with your knees and your shoulders stack your wrists. Inhale, drop the belly for your cat-cow. Exhale, arch, tucking the chin and the tailbone. Come back to a neutral spine. Keep your knees and your hips where they are and extend the arms out in front of you. Draw your forehead down to the ground for your puppy pose. You can always place a block underneath your forehead or a pillow if you need to. Keep your elbows raised off the ground. If you're more intermediate, you can always bring your chin and your chest down to the floor. Enjoy a moment here in your puppy pose. Nice deep breaths. Lift your head off the ground and start to arch, tucking your chin towards your chest and rolling your hips down to the mat for a cobra pose. Keeping your elbows bent, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, finding a back bend. Squeeze your glutes nice and gently towards each other. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. You can always come a little lower down, or you can raise a little higher. The choice is yours. One more breath. And slowly release all the way down. Exhale. Bring your hands a little closer towards your shoulders. And inhale, raise the chest up. Exhale down. One more. Inhale, raise up. Squeeze your glutes. And exhale down. Bend your knees. Take a grip of the outside edges of your feet. Kick up to the sky for your bow pose. Squeeze your glutes. And release down. Plant your hands and your feet. Press yourself up into a plank. Hug your core back. Heel toe your feet together. And then send your tailbone back to downward facing dog. Take a look at your feet. Step them to hip distance. Couple of deep breaths here in your down dog. And let's walk our hands back to meet our feet. Interlace your hands behind your spine and allow them to fall up and over your head for a forward fold, a standing forward fold. You can always rotate your palms away from you for an extra deep stretch. If this is not possible, just rest your arms down towards the ground, or you can you can take a grip of each elbow and just hang heavy. Bend your knees as much as you need to. The aim is to try to bring your belly button towards your thighs, so more bend in the knees is better, as long as you feel a stretch. And inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. Exhale, fold, hug a little deeper if you can. Inhale, draw your belly towards your thighs, extend your arms, sending your tailbone down for your, almost like a chair pose squat with your feet hip distance. And take a grip behind the knees, extend until you feel that stretch, and hang your head nice and deep, nice and heavy. Maybe you can go a little deeper. One more time, bend down for your squat with your belly making contact with your thighs. Extend your arms out in front of you, and then fold, keeping that contact with the belly. And then let's take a seat. Get there in any way you can. Join me on the mat in a comfortable seat. Extend through the arms, lock the elbows and drop the head to the left. Getting a stretch through the right side of the neck, maybe even all the way to the fingertips. And then roll your chin to your chest. Take it over to the other side. Inhale to the left. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale over to the left. Keep following your breath. Finding some neck rolls. Finding that body and breath connection. Becoming one with your body, with your mind, with your breath. Letting go of tension. Finding those blissful spots. And now raise the hands off the ground. Keep your elbows locked. Extend through the fingers. Spread them wide with your neck dropping to the right. And then find those rolls once again. Come to the left. Follow your breath from side to side. And release, roll your wrists in towards your center in one direction and then in the other. Inhale, raise your hand to the sky, look up as they touch. Exhale them to your heart center. Bow your head. Take a moment to say some very positive, beautiful words to yourself. Your words of choice are yours. Maybe as simple as I am enough. And then inhale, raise your hands to the sky, allow your face to follow. Exhale them back to your heart center in prayer. Bow your head. You can repeat those same words. Perhaps change and use some other words. Your next intention. And then inhale, raise the arms to the sky, look up. Exhale them down, take your time. Draw them to your heart center for your last bow. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to leave a Shavasana pinned to the end of the class, which I would highly recommend you do to end this blissful moment on the mat. If you would like to, you can do that, or I'll also leave a nice short guided meditation which you're welcome to follow. And if you have a lot of energy left in your tank, you can always follow with a flow. Until our next class, thank you for joining me for this Yoga Bliss Flow. Until the next time, wishing you all lots of love and light. Namaste.